go to die. What a game we have in store for you today. A Big 12 showdown, and the implications could last for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the winners of 6 straight, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Buckeyes will kick it away to start. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Hands it off. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Snap it to the back. Runs through a tackle. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They are backing up their pregame words. Their first drive of the game, 4th down in their own end, and they're going for it. Throws to the wideout. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field possession. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the 1st down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the 1st.
And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the 1st down.
And I love right out of the gate, this offense is going to be creative, and they're going to try to get their best players the football out in the open field. You saw it right there.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Quarterback on the keeper. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is the top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Third and goal from way back there. Looking downfield, it's Beck. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Buckeyes! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all,
the expressway is wide open. The 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Oregon! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. You know they love their track at Oregon. And when the gun goes off and he hits open field, he is headed to the tape, and he was burning by the time he hit the end zone.
And they've had guys year after year with serious track speed. They'll get to the small runs, lull you to sleep, and then boom. They make those big plays because they got big-time playmakers with speed at running back.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Hills. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, David. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now first down from the 39. Well, jet sweep pass. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, it's back. Into double coverage, and he picked it off.
And you don't see this very often, the big defensive linemen. You see these guys rush the quarterback most of the time, but how confusing is it, Paul, when it looks like they're rushing, they drop in coverage and make the big interception?
Well, I don't think that quarterback thought he could even make the play. How about the eye-hand coordination and his ability to snatch the football out of the air? I mean, that was crazy athleticism, well-deserved. That's going to make the highlight reel for sure.
Line gets set, first down. They'll go with a direct snap. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. He's going to pass on second down. Unloads to the right. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. The Ducks want to crank the tempo. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
I know he didn't pick up the first down, but man, he makes this fourth down way more manageable. It's tough when you got fourth in Africa. Did a great job of making this manageable and keeping the playbook open.
Inside the 30. And he breaks into the open. Touchdown, Ducks! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, fellas, here's a final update on a top 15 clash.
And the returner is stopped. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. They'll give it to him again. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line.
Ohio State, 7.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Wide receiver coming across in motion. He's looking to throw it. And the quarterback is snowed under.
You got to give the defense tons of credit because we know how much speed this quarterback has. That time you saw the pursuit. They were able to bring him down for a big loss on the sack.
That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's second down. Back to throw. It's back. Pocket starts to collapse. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And if you're going to win games, you have got to hit on the home run type plays, and that was a great opportunity right there. The receiver has got to be able to look that football in and make the catch.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
And you usually don't bring in dime packages for running teams. You bring in dime because you know they're going to throw the football. You got more speed on the back end to cover, and defensive linemen know they have their job to do. And their job is to go get that quarterback and get that sucker on the ground.
Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Pulls and fires complete to the right. On the move at the 30. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. The give out of the gun. Trying to run it in the red zone. He's got 4 and he's down at the 12. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Able to fight his way ahead for a pickup of 4, but they're still left with a 4th and 2. And the Ducks racing to the line in a hurry-up. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oregon!
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmakers, slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football, he'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
So let's see if they can make up for that loss on second down from the 18. Scanning the field, it's back. Gets open down the middle. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the missed connection on third down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming, so I can have more success.
He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Man, that's what I love about this offense, man. They run the football and get first downs. They throw the football and get first downs. So much balance. That's why they're the #2 offense in all of college football getting first downs. They are so hard to defend.
Going up top on 1st down. He'll take a shot. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like, this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity.
He's going for it all. It's complete. A huge pickup. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the 1st down.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
So that big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He wants to throw. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Unloads to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him, just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. But as a result now, 4th down.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. Cover guys getting down to do their job, and they'll stop him at the 15. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a 1st down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a 1st down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
The offense lining up for a 1st down play. quick touch pass to the receiver. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Crosses the 30. And that stiff arm is a weapon for this runner. He uses it and picks up a first down. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Slings it downfield. Working on the right. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. He's going to pass. Forced out of the pocket. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Steps away. He wants it all. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking for a huge play. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Oh, look out. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Man, what a great way to end the first half. It wasn't a perfect first half. A lot of mistakes, still trailing by a lot. But here's the deal. Now you put yourself in a position, go make some things happen. Force some turnovers, play good in the second half. Who knows what will happen?
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Ducks will kick it off to start the second half. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Little touch pass to the receiver. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
To throw, it's Beck. Moving out of the pocket. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Intercepted. He'll try to take it back. The 20. Touchdown, Oregon! defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Wide receiver shows motion. Finds the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And the Buckeyes headed quickly to the line. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He'll fire to his right. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. The Buckeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. A quick timeout call by the kicking team here. Well, the upside is you could get a first down. The downside is you could blow the game going for it inside your own 30. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. They're throwing for it on 4th down. And they can't connect. A costly turnover on downs.
Well, at this point of the game, in the second half, down 3 possessions, you're not punting anymore, right? Every 4th down you're going to be going for, regardless of where you are on the field. The problem is, defense knows it too, so they're going to play call accordingly. That time, they had a better play call on. They execute. It's just been that kind of day for this offense.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Here's the handoff. Got enough space. Touchdown Ducks! And the route is on. Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone.
14.
Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup.
Yeah, and way to be creative. Way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly. Get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Can anyone catch him? He's at the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Number 25.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. These running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
They'll run it from the gun. At the 35, he's open. He's loose. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. And the Ducks moving quickly to the line.
Man, sometimes it just gets frustrating, and you've just been beat down all day. This defense hasn't had answers, but now you can't let them run the football and just run it down your throat and be physical. This defense has to do something different and find a way to make something happen.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Line getting set on 2nd down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Throws toward the end zone. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
On 4th down, looking to pass. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on 4th down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for...
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. That is the last thing you want on 1st down as an offense, a sack. Now it's 2nd down. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Oregon 42, Ohio State 21.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. And the 4th down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football.
And I get it. At this point in the second half, dude, we got to make something happen. We haven't been good enough. We got to score a lot of points and quickly. You got to be aggressive. They tried. They failed again. This game is all but over.
Loses 3. Brings up second down.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. You have a big lead in the 4th quarter. When you do that, the only explanation for it is you're trying to send a message by sticking in another touchdown.
Yeah, in saying, listen, it's your job to stop us, and right now we're eating you alive. So I think, you know, there's some psychological warfare, right? There's some, I'm going to get in your head. There's some, I want to beat you on the recruiting trail and in the future, and, you know, kind of take that and a little rub their nose in it.
The Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up. Quarterback will keep it. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. Got it! Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. The Ducks are moving quickly down the field. Touchdown, Oregon! And the punishment has been extended. They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
And the returner goes down.
Ohio State offense will take over. 1st and 10.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession, they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Strong, firm tackle.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Try to get it on the ground. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. So going for it on 4th down is one thing. Quite another to say we're going to run it for a couple.
Yeah, that's impressive because that was a long 2 yards. And I think there are a lot of coaching staffs out there that would have probably tried to throw it or get their quarterback on the perimeter or give them a run-pass option, but not this offense. They believe in their guys up front to get down in a 3-point stance and drive off the ball, and it works out.
Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and they just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big 1st down.
The Buckeyes with the 1st and 10. To the air, it's back. Quickly complete.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games when we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to.
Touchdown, Ohio State. What a grab and go for the score. The AT unit on the field. blitz the uprights. So a drive there of 85 yards. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David.
It's a fumble on the play. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides on the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now on second down. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. Touchdown, Ducks! And the pummeling has started. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And the Ohio State offense will take over. First and 10.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over, and this coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come.
First down for the offense.
He'll come out throwing on first down. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Direct snap. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
And it's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you, and you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task.